Scrambled eggs are something that's super easy to make, but really hard to master. Hi, it's Rhoda from Made In, and today we're talking scrambled eggs, one of my favorite dishes to make and to eat. Learning to scramble eggs is an essential life skill. It's one of the first dishes I taught my son how to cook, and it's something that every chef must master. Everyone has their own way of making scrambled eggs, but generally they fall into two categories. You have your fluffy American diner style eggs, and you have your rich and creamy, soft scrambled French style eggs. In order to get the kind of eggs that you like best, you need to know what chefs know. There are 4 key steps in getting that final texture that you're looking for. So let's get into it. First up, we're gonna make fluffy eggs. These are the light and airy style of eggs you might get at an American diner or on a breakfast table. First thing you need to do is choose your pan. My go-to pan for scrambled eggs is Made In's CeramiClad frying pan because it has a slick, chemical-free non-stick surface and a 5-ply stainless clad base for really even heating. And that means that nothing's gonna stick and cleanup will be a breeze, which is perfect for weekday mornings. We've got the right pan, now we need the right heat. I'm gonna heat this pan over medium for fluffy eggs. And unlike stainless or carbon steel cookware, whenever I'm preheating a non-stick pan, I like to put a little something in it, whether it's water or oil or butter. It's just something to give you a visual cue of how hot the pan is getting so that you don't overheat it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter. I'm gonna use 3 large eggs and just use the highest quality eggs that you can get. Since scrambled eggs are so simple, you can really taste the flavor of the eggs, so just get the best quality eggs you can find. One thing you wanna do is salt your eggs before you start cooking them. Salting in advance will help to break down the proteins in the eggs and make them more tender. I'm not really gonna whisk any air in here. I'm really just trying to get this mixture really smooth without any traces of egg whites or yolks throughout. Now it's time for our add-ins. I'm gonna add some whole milk to this mixture before I start cooking it. What the milk does is it provides extra moisture so that when these eggs hit a hot pan, it's gonna cause steam and that's gonna create a fluffy kind of puffing effect for the eggs. And you can use water or even a non-dairy milk here. I just really like the flavor that milk brings to the table. It gives it a nice richness. The butter is melted, it's foaming a little bit, so that's telling me the pan is ready. And you wanna have everything kind of ready to go here because this is gonna come together really quickly. All right, eggs are going in. I'm gonna let them set for just a moment, and then we're gonna see that movement in the pan in action. What I'm gonna do is just push from the outside in with my spatula, starting at the bottom. We go up at the top and then the sides. That's just gonna start helping those large curds to form. As I push the cooked eggs to the center, it's letting those uncooked eggs flow underneath. So our goal here is just to get everything really evenly cooked, but I'm not stirring constantly. I'm not trying to create small curds. I want large curds. And don't walk away because this is gonna come together really quickly. My tip number 4, remove them from heat just before they're done. And there you have it, really light and fluffy eggs. They're super fast to make and ideal for a weekday morning. All I have to do is wipe down this pan to get ready for our next eggs, which are gonna be creamy, super soft scrambled eggs. Your Made In CeramiClad pan is still your best friend here, but this time we're gonna use low heat. Depending on your stovetop, you wanna put your pan over low to medium low. And I'm gonna go ahead and start melting some butter. So again, 3 large eggs. Go ahead and salt in advance to help to break down those proteins and make sure we're really well seasoned. And again, I'm not really trying to beat a lot of extra air in here. I just want to get this mixture really smooth. This butter is melted and it's just barely simmering, so I know the heat is still nice and low. Okay, we are ready. Eggs are going in. Now for movement in the pan, you wanna move these eggs right away. And I'm gonna work in small circular motions because I wanna have really small, tight curds. So before, when I was kind of dragging bigger motions across the pan and then folding gently, that was what created those fluffy big curds. But now I want really small curds, so I'm gonna work in small little circles all across the pan. This method requires a little more patience, but you don't wanna walk away because your eggs can become unevenly cooked. And you might see professional chefs cooking soft scrambled eggs over higher heat, either starting high and then going low or taking them on and off the heat. And those methods work perfectly fine, but I think if you're just learning how to use this technique, going low and slow is a pretty foolproof way to do this. Going back to my add-ins, now that we're almost cooked, I'm gonna add a tablespoon of cold, heavy cream right now. That's gonna help halt this cooking process. And I really wanna work this in here. You can also use creme fraiche. That's a classic French ingredient to add to soft scrambled eggs, or you can even use cubed cold butter. I I think cream is a nice neutral ingredient that just adds even more richness. All right, and once again, before these are over, when they look like they're just about done, we need to get them off the heat. These are still quite wet. They're very pourable. They are very custardy, almost like a loose risotto. Classic topping for French-style soft scrambled eggs would be some chives. And there you have it, rich and creamy soft scrambled eggs. Okay, we've got our light and fluffy American diner-style eggs, and we have our super rich and creamy soft scrambled French-style eggs. So how did we get here? We heated the right pan over the right temperature. We thought about our add-ins for the eggs. We controlled the movement of the eggs in the pan, and we remembered to remove the eggs from the heat early. And all of those little decisions along the way got us to two very different results. What's your go-to scrambled egg style? Do you like them light and fluffy, rich and creamy, or somewhere in the middle? Let me know in the comments how you like to make your scrambled eggs, and please drop any questions or suggestions for future episodes. I'm Rhoda from Maiden, and I'll see you next time.